What's going on, everybody? It's your man Big Tiger back in the building. I gotta speak on something. When I see something that's starting to pop, sometimes I want to bring it to the people's attention because sometimes y'all don't know what it is until it's already gone. So right now, Florida A&M, they are on a nice ride right now. They might be able to do something special the next like 5-6 years. It depends how long Coach Simmons stays there. Now, I was able to see Coach Willie Simmons on the podcast, on Off Scripts podcast. He was on there with Scotty and my man that covers Southern. It was a good look for everybody. He dropped some good information, good gems. He was telling Scotty, like, just when we talking about HBCU, we just gotta kind of keep it a buck and not talk about the bad as much and just talk about focus on the good. And so that was key. And I think Scotty has the ability to put together something special, especially if they have our own hub of talented people that want to cover sports. Like I'm listening to what Scotty's saying, and I think he can make something happen, like major. Like y'all, I wanted to say this last year, and I never made a video to say it. Y'all support Scotty, man. Get behind Off Script. He got something special. When I seen the Breakfast Club a long time ago, I said, they got something going. Scotty has something going over there. He's better through adversities, and he's still getting better. He's growing. And remember, Scotty's a young guy. He's still growing. If the community gets behind Scotty, HBCUs, we might get what we really want when it comes to coverage of our sports teams and being able to have fun and getting the hype that we deserve, and that draws in better players. But back to FAMU, and y'all see I got a Florida A&M hat on, right? I didn't buy this hat. Even though I move around a lot, I didn't buy this hat. Somebody gifted me this hat. You know what that means? Somebody know I had love for Florida A&M. So I had this hat for at least 6 years now. At least 6 years. So it's not like I just been waiting. I want to wear it. Y'all just got to give me something. And right now, y'all are giving me something. For a long time, I wanted FAM to be in the swag. Like once I found that out, I was ecstatic. So because I feel like for marketing, the swag is better for FAM. It's just the rivals and stuff over here, like the JSU and Grambling and Southern. Like those rivals, the Alabama, both of the Alabama teams. That's just, the travel is closer, and you can have a better rivalry. That's what it's all about. Sometimes those rivalries and location push your stuff to the next level. But what Coach Simmons and his staff is doing, he was talking about how he got a recruiting coordinator now. Like, I'm telling y'all, these are the things that's keeping us back from being powers. He was like, and I got to see what they talking about the back signal with the FAMU signal. I think that's when they get a recruit or whatever. I haven't seen that yet, but I'm gonna start checking that out. And it was like who they got in the back seat. I guess they talking about who in the back seat coming up on the van on the recruiting trips. And Coach Simmons was like, hey, sometimes he be excited to see who in the back seat, because like this is some things y'all don't understand as coaching. With coaching, you put a lot of work into coaching. Coaches get paid like almost minimum wage compared to how many hours they put in. And so he's working on the game plan, dealing with issues, putting fires out, meeting with people, kissing babies, all that kind of stuff he got to do as a head coach. But the recruiting process is still constantly going. Like if you don't recruit constantly, and if you're waiting on your head coach to recruit, he might be dealing with something else, or he don't have time. Or the position coach, they working on something that they saw in the game last week, or something they need to correct. Like sometimes you have a whole new playbook when you play against a different team, because they might have weaknesses that you try to exploit, or they might have strengths that you're trying to take away. So with the recruiting process, you don't necessarily have time during the season. That's why it's so crucial to have a recruiting coordinator. And if y'all see how SEC teams do it, and Colorado's starting to do it too, it's always a pretty female that's working with the recruiting coordinator. She's the one that picks the guys up from the airport, or she's the one that's like putting the final touches on it, because it's hard for a dude to say no to a beautiful woman. So if y'all got to understand, it's levels to all of this. And like now FAMU recruiting is going up since they got the recruiting coordinator in house. Like, you got to have a football budget. If you want to win these games, you have to have a big football budget. You got to have key people in place. If y'all do this, go look at the I don't know they name, but it's like a recruiter coordinator or whatever for these big SEC schools. They are all beautiful women. Like, they can go out here and step out and win a beauty pageant, or they just nicely put together women. So when young guys come to these schools and they see this and they happy with the allure from the school, all this kind of stuff, they're getting treated good, the coach is telling them all the stuff they want to hear, and now you got this pretty woman saying, hey, I can't wait to see you in the fall. Yeah, we excited that you're here. He like, what? You excited that I'm here? What? So I think HBCUs are starting to catch up, but y'all got to follow these blueprints. Follow these blueprints, and if it's a young woman around the campus or went to school there or whatever, and she loves football, let her get that spot. Let her get that spot to help out the recruiting coordinator, because I'm telling y'all, it helps. That's why the SEC do it. That's why Colorado is doing it. Look at it. Y'all go look at that video with Colorado where they're showing all the people on their staff as far as recruiting. They got like 2 females on there. I think they're finna add another one too. So all that helps. But back to FAM. I like what FAM is doing. FAM is balanced now. To me, they was too pass heavy last year and the year before last. Now they're balanced. Everything is good with balance. Like everything, like your relationships, workplace, everything. You got to have balance. When you have your workouts, you got to have balance. When you have balance, everything, it works itself out sometimes. You can lean on certain things. When this is weak, you can lean on that. So FAM is doing a great job with recruiting. They're doing a great job distributing the ball. Their defense is looking tough. I think they bring in the kind of talent where they can do these things too. So that's the part of it. You can want to do this stuff, but if you don't have the talent on your team to do it, you can't do it. So hats off to Coach Willie Simmons. He showed me a lot this week with his personality and stuff. I'm happy he came on that podcast, so I could really see his personality, and some of the things he said hit home. And the more appearances he have like this, the more his name grows. The more his name grows, and then he becomes that. Because right now, he's on top of the mountain. Right now, he can really grow his brand. And when we talk about money and all that stuff on HBCU, sometimes growing your brand can mean you can get some different kind of deals outside of just what you're getting paid from the college or institution. You might can get a deal with some company in that local area that has a product that they want him to sell, because his face will sell products now. Once you become a winner and once you become known, your face will sell products. So I want him to keep it up, man. I want him to do great. I've been believing in FAM for a long time, and they just haven't turned that corner. And I think right now they had the ability to turn that corner. So and I still want, just like they talked about last night on the podcast, they wanted to see JSU and FAM play for the title, for the SWAC title. But how you can do that is you push FAM back. If you know FAM and JSU got the most talent in the conference, you push their game back to the end of the year. So let everybody else play, but now you can keep building that hype, for the FAM and JSU game, because that's kind of like the SWAC game before the SWAC game. You know what I'm saying? That's like whoever wins this game, we saying it's like the first game of the season, whoever wins this game pretty much win the East. So we want to know, like, we want to hold that back to the end, because that's how it is in the West. The West is still wide open right now. The East is pretty much done. So if you switch that FAMU JSU game, you push it back, it gives more excitement, and it won't be so hot. If they still decide to do that game down in Miami, it won't be so hot. And maybe that's why they do it at the beginning of the season, because they know the NFL season hasn't started yet. But I mean, honestly I feel like they need to do away with that anyway. They need to have that game. That's a home game for both of these teams. Both of them got decent stadiums. Both of them got a big fan base. Don't make your fans travel that much. Let it be a home game so we can really pack these games out and have a sellout. That's what you want. That brings up school spirit. But yeah, hey, I'm out of here, y'all. I just want to speak on that. I think FAMU has something going for themselves, and off script that show. I think that's gonna go somewhere too. All right.